Kids, today we're going to be making some bread and we're going to make a really easy bread recipe and it's called soda bread. So if you can't get yeast at the moment or bread flour, don't worry, as long as you've got some plain flour in your store cupboard, that will be fine. So the ingredients you are going to need are 450 grams or a pound of plain flour that has been sifted, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. You are going to need 350 to 425 millilitres of buttermilk, and if you can't get buttermilk then natural yoghurt will be fine, and a little bit of flour for dusting on your work surface. Okay, so all you're going to need is to have washed your hands, pop an apron on, then into a nice big bowl you are going to pop your flour. Into the centre of your flour you want to make a well. Then into your flour you want to put in your sugar, your salt and your bicarbonate of soda. Give it a little mix. Then into the centre or into the well of your flour you're going to pour in your buttermilk. Keep a little bit of buttermilk by, then with a fork just gently mix that around. You don't want to mix it too much or you'll have a heavy loaf, but you do want to make sure that it's not too dry and it's not too wet. So as you can see, it's starting to come together to form some dough. If you feel it's a little on the dry side, then you can add a little bit more buttermilk to it and keep mixing. Be nice and gentle with your mixing, and now you can see it's coming together to form some dough. Then you want to tip some flour onto a work surface, and now your hand is going to take the shape of a claw and you're going to go into your dough with your hand to bring it together nice and lightly into a ball of dough. As you can see, the sides of your bowl are getting cleaner. You can then tip the dough onto the surface to form into a boule. Now very gently you want to form your dough into a ball of a shape of like a round bowl, or a boule as they call it in France. So you're tucking your dough round and round. Remember, be really gentle. We're not kneading this dough as such. We're just forming it into the shape of a nice round ball of dough. Once you are happy you've got your ball of dough together, you want to take a knife and slice it across the top in a crisscross and then pop it onto a baking tray and pop in the oven for 15 minutes on 220 degrees. For 15 minutes after that time, you want to bring it to the temperature of 180 degrees and cook it for a further 20 to 25 minutes. And after that, here's what we prepared earlier. So here is your bread. This is your sourdough or soda bread because it's made with natural yoghurt or buttermilk or sour milk. And it cuts like bread, it tastes like bread, even though it is a little bit more on the cake texture side. So I'm going to cut it to show you what it looks like inside. So nice and crusty on the outside, and as you cut through it, opens up, and there you have your soda bread. Delicious for toasting, delicious with a nice slice of thick salted Welsh butter as well. So I hope you enjoyed that really simple and quick bread recipe, and we'll see you again soon.